Hi, I'm Kyle Lake, executive producer of the kNOwMORE television series. And no, I'm not usually in front of the camera. Normally I'm behind it, far behind it. But today we are featuring a very special episode of kNOwMORE that includes some of Kentucky's more unique festivals and the charities they go to support. We couldn't have dreamt of a better backdrop than where we are right now, Masterson Station Park in Lexington, Kentucky at the second annual Moontower Music Festival. This thing has it all. We've got 2 stages behind me, lots of music, lots of food, lots of family, lots of fun. And that's, after all, what Kentucky Festivals are all about. So we're going to take you on a little bit of a tour, help you know a little bit more about Kentucky's festivals. Did you know that Kentucky is the #1 beef producing state east of the Mississippi River? I didn't know that. I only learned it because recently we visited the Fort Harrod Beef Festival in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. We're going to try some beef. We're going to see some beef. We're going to meet some cows. We're going to talk to some folks. We're going to have some fun in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Let's take a look and know more.
Our local county judge executive had some local planning sessions about where they wanted to see our community go. And one lady said there, we need another festival. Another person in the room said, yeah, we need something like the chicken festival. And then somebody says, hey, we've got a lot of beef here. Let's have a beef festival.
Well, Kentucky is the leading beef cattle producing state east of the Mississippi River, 8th leading state in the nation. We also still have about 800 dairies that are a part of our cattle industry as well. We have about 28 vendors here that are represented, and the vendors have to fall into one of 4 categories. They have to be agricultural, Kentucky Proud, historical, arts and crafts.
It's free to the public. This is the nice thing about this is a family-oriented event. To walk on the grounds and do anything you want, it's free. We have inflatable stuff for the kids, it's free. There's very few things that cost money. So we want people to get out here and have fun.
Not everywhere that you go do you get to actually sample what they're turning in. And that's the unique thing. People buy a bracelet and they can go around and taste everything that we have, the brisket, burger, and steak. And actually tonight, burger is free for everybody that shows up. We're unique that we provide all the meat. And we think that puts everybody on the same playing field. We're Kentucky Proud meat that we get.
Everybody starts with raw meat. It's how good you are right here on the grounds. How you rub it, how you prepare it, how you cook it, how you grill it, whatever, it's right here. Everybody starts the same place. That's what's different about us.
All the competition we go to, you pay an entry fee to get in it, and then you furnish all your meat. Here, your entry fee is your meat. You know, however much you want to get, you can get in for as little as, I don't know, $150, but I mean, it is unusual here that you buy your meat and you're in. I mean, you don't pay another $250 to $400 just to cook. You're dealt with what they give you, so everybody's cooking the same stuff. That's what I like about this, so nobody has advantage on nobody.
Our whole basis of a 501c nonprofit is to educate the public about beef and how important beef is to that. Well, we start with the kids. You know, adults think they may know some, but the kids, a lot of times nowadays, they're in school, they're in town, they may not know anything about the farm life. Things have changed that much. So what we do, we start with the kids, try to educate the kids. Kids that nowadays don't know where beef comes from. It's not Kroger, it's not restaurants, it comes off the farm. And they need to know what it takes to actually get that steak to the plate. It's important.
The Kentucky Beef Council is here every year passing out beef recipes so that helps people understand those cuts of beef that they should be purchasing, the portions they should be purchasing, and how to prepare those so that they are healthy options for us that taste really good.
We give over $11,000 in prize money away, and I don't think people realize that. For a small festival like this, that's pretty good.
We give away scholarships and things as a result of being able to raise money here at this festival. We have grown a lot of business from having this grill-off competition. For example, some folks became interested in catering, and some of them have even opened their own restaurants now, and so that's a significant multiplier effect.
Our judges is unique that it's a blind taste test. I mean, there's 3 judges for every box that's come in. Those 3 judges judge all 20, and that can be a challenge for anybody. But our judges do have a score sheet where we look at the taste, the texture, the appearance, and that type of thing. So they do get critiqued pretty well.
There's been a lot of research and a lot of effort put into producing healthier beef. You know, it's not as fatty now. It's a better cut. You have different things out there that they watch for.
I think there's 97 or 98 lean cuts of beef now. So there's a lot of options to have lean cuts of meat that are healthy, that aren't high in fat content. It's also important that we're getting the good vitamins, the B vitamins, and the other things that we get from beef that aren't in other protein options.
If you were to lose this festival, I think it would hurt the economy of Mercer County. I think the community has wrapped themselves around this festival. You know, we have people come in here, they spend the night. Now, obviously the team stay here, but there's other people come in town, so the tourism dollars go up. That means hotels, restaurants, things in town, to see more activity coming and going. Small towns have trouble anyway.
Some percentage of the kids are going to be our future legislators. And if we don't ever have legislators that are educated about agriculture, they're going to pass policies that are detrimental to farmers and make it more difficult for us to be able to feed a growing population.
Mercer County has a population of about 22,000. And when you have a small community, events like this mean a lot. We've got other groups doing fundraisers here today, as well as others that are competing, and even education of our agricultural awareness.
It'd be great to see this thing, you know, twice as many teams, people coming from different places that have heard about it.
We hope to grow this festival for years to come and to make it bigger and bigger. And of course that takes funding, and us being a nonprofit, that can be a challenge. The old slogan, where's the beef? You remember that back in the 80s? Well, we've got the beef here in Mercer County, and we'd love for you to come and sample some of the best Kentucky Proud meat and the grillers that we have to offer here in Mercer County.
We're here at Moontower, and you know, part of festivals is food. And kettle corn is kind of one of those foods that needs to be at a festival. So we found the bluegrass kettle corn right here. The bluegrass kettle corn. Let's find out what goes into kettle corn and why you're here.
We only use soybean oil, corn, salt, sugar, and a little bit of family love.
Have you been able to enjoy some of the music?
Yes, it's perfect. We have the best view of that stage and the best view of that stage. That's why we picked this spot.
Did you come back to Moontower next year?
Would. It's been a good festival.
You guys selling a lot of corn?
Yes, it has been great.
I tried a sample. This is the real deal. It's not too sweet. It's not all sticky and buttery. It's just what you need, along with a perhaps a Kentucky beverage. So we're here at Gent's tent here. We got some original ginger ale and a Kentucky product, I think bottled right here in Lexington, Kentucky. And I think we got the man behind this concoction right here.
So we started this craft soda, just a good fit. It's a good mixer with bourbon, and I think we love ginger ale, and it's something we just really enjoy making. We love being a part of the community and being active at these events, and it's a great way to get in front of a bunch of people. And this has been a really good event for us. A lot of good food vendors here as well, and craft beer. So yeah, it's part of our mission is to be out in the public and get everybody's opinion and see how they like it. Little shot.
Awesome. We're getting ready to take a look at another very well-known Kentucky festival, the Beer Cheese Festival, which takes place in Clark County, Kentucky, the town of Winchester. We're going to learn all about how beer cheese came to be and why Clark County seems to be claiming the title for beer cheese capital of the world. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Downtowns for your local communities in Kentucky, and I know it's true all over This is where it all began, and it's important to bring people back here to reflect upon what this community, where it came from, and the trip we've made through history to be where we're at in this point.
Over the past 40 plus years, we're starting to celebrate some of the things we're known for that I've grown up loving. L8, beer cheese, the wonderful people that we have in our community.
The real reason beer cheese was invented was to help restaurants sell more beer, because it's spicy, it's salty, and it would make you more thirsty and make you want to buy more beer, and that helped the restaurants out and the bars out so that they sold more beer. It was actually originally started by Joe Almond, who was a chef, and he was originally from Winchester. When he came back to Winchester, him and a cousin of his started a restaurant down on the river called Almond's Restaurant. The first thing they did was sell the beer cheese to get people to buy more beer.
Well, beer cheese is one of the more unique things Winchester is known for, and we thought, what better thing to harness to bring people to our community and share with them what makes us special than beer cheese.
We have a downtown business group, and that downtown business group looks for ways to network and to create events to draw awareness to downtown. And we were sitting one time and we were like, what we really need to do is come up with a festival idea, because a lot of the merchants, their biggest selling season is at Christmas, but during the summer, they don't have a very good selling season. So they needed something to carry them over during the year to get to Christmas. So we thought, well, we'll have a festival in June. Now, what are we going to have it on? So we wanted something that was unique to Clark County, and we wanted something that would speak to our heritage. And everybody was throwing out ideas, and when someone threw out beer cheese, we knew we'd hit a winner.
As far as the Beer Cheese Festival, it's more than beer cheese. Today we have 14 vendors, so you can sample all 14 of their beer cheeses, but so much more. Behind the camera is a lot of arts and crafts and Kentucky Proud products. There's a lot of commercial and non-for-profit organizations. This direction is the beer garden, and we have 5 bands playing there. We have 5 other bands playing on Broadway. It's not just beer cheese.
It does. It's good about promotion. It promotes the community, which local governments are always trying to do. There's always competition in things such as economic development. And these festivals and the benefit that the nonprofits have, you know, there's a lot of nonprofits that come and participate. You just can't find this anywhere else. So it's very important to the community and to the region.
This is the #1 money maker for Winchester First, and we put that money back into this community. In 2010, we sponsored a beautification plan. It's called the Winchester Image Improvement Plan. And just this past year, we've tried to donate at least about $10,000 a year. Phil May is a local artist, has done a really nice mural featuring a number of the shops. We have about 4 murals now, which I think adds to the beauty of the community.
It gives an opportunity for people that are visiting either from another state, sometimes even another country. You know, they may share this somewhere with the social media now. People can share this all over the world, so it provides a great opportunity for nonprofits to promote themselves. The impact is it's tremendous. I honestly don't know what it would be, but if that disappeared, I know some of the struggles that the nonprofits have had in this community because I've been a part of them. The Beer Cheese Festival in particular provides a lot of opportunity for a lot of nonprofits. So it would be traumatic.
Well, I'd like to say maybe that thanks to the Beer Cheese Festival, we have a whole pot of money that's not taxpayer money, and that really frees us up to do some things in downtown that we might not otherwise be able to do. And so that's really, really helpful for us, and we are so lucky to have an event like this.
There would be no Winchester. There would be no Winchester. I mean, we have thousands and thousands that come from out of county, out of state, so big deal to us.
Well, we're always looking for sponsors who want to really buy in and support the organization throughout the year, not just with the Beer Cheese Festival. And we're looking for people who want to locate downtown.
It's a great place to live. It's a great place to work. raise a family, and enjoy small town events like this that feel like a big city event.
10 years from now, we're going to be at least 2 more blocks that away.
I would really like to invite everyone to come to Winchester. You get to see what I think is a very unique downtown.
That's why I'm still in this community, because we have great people, and who can go wrong with beer cheese in LA?
Beer cheese, big cheese, the best. Come get us. You'll love it.
So, what do you think about Moontower so far?
It's been wonderful. The music has been excellent. Music's been really wonderful. I'm fortunate enough to be really close to be able to listen to local bands that I am familiar with and a lot of bands I'd never heard of before. So the music's been really awesome. Well, I think it definitely brings a lot of new people to the city and shows them what Lexington has to offer. But I think it's also a point of pride for Lexingtonians. Kind of shows people that we've got something great going on, gives us something to appreciate. And just lets everybody come out and be together and have a good time. It's as simple as that.
In our next story, we're going to take a look at probably the oldest festival that we're featuring in this particular episode. This festival started during the Lyndon Johnson administration. A lot of people out there watching may not have been born when this started 40 years ago, but it is still going on very strong today, featuring hundreds of art vendors from around the country displaying their goods and wares and crafts. Very visual, very fun. Let's take a look at the Woodland Arts.
We're here selling art and showing art, and it is special.
They'll see a lot of jewelry, a lot of pottery, metal sculptures, yard sculptures. You got your painters, your acrylics, your watercolor, mixed media. There's good art out there.
Where else can you run into 60,000 people in 2 days and get your name out? It's just a concert full of people, and it's people from 2 years old probably into their 90s. The Lexington Art League is Lexington's only, if not main, visual arts association. We promote visual arts throughout the community in the region. This started in 1975. It's grown from just local artists to regional artists, people from all over the Southeast.
Remember in the early days, we just had the one strip of down the, I call it the main drag of Woodland Park. And artists kind of came out and set up, and we didn't have, at that time, there weren't tents. We just kind of winged it, you know. We brought our stuff down. If it rained, we covered it up with a tarp. They've added the music now all through the park at different times. You might hear somebody picking and singing in, I call it the back 40 here, as well as in the, you know, the gazebo there.
The focus of the weekend is supporting individual artists and the creation of their work. So we're supporting 200 small businesses right now. And then also we have a whole space dedicated to community engagement, kids' hands-on arts activities for kids. And to fulfill that need, we engage other nonprofits. We let them come into the Woodland Arts Fair, do activities with kids, and then they also get to pass us their materials for that work.
Oh, it smells like curry over here.
So directly behind us, we're working on an interactive art installation that will be created throughout the weekend as part of the 40th anniversary of the Woodland Art Fair. So we thought we would see if people would make a donation, leave a wish for us, and by the end of the weekend we'll have a beautiful piece of art that will fill, hopefully, the whole under canopy of the tree.
The artists are selling work. There are a lot of artists this year in particular that have been selling better than they have in the past. And that's vital. I mean, that's really vital to the economic impact of what the Art League can do, for sure. We can show art, we can invite people to come and see art, but to have people come here to Woodland is so nice because people are buying the work, artists are leaving happy, and everybody wins.
We believe art makes people feel better, and it helps in the healing process. So this was a really good fit for us.
It's a nice chance for us to come out and just do some fun things with the community, and we're all on the same page. We're trying to help people, and that's really what it's about for us.
So the Big Ten is a program that we're really proud of, and we've really loved developing that. It's about 3 years old, and what we wanted to do is we wanted to give emerging artists an opportunity to come and sell at a large fine art and craft fair.
We kind of brainstormed this idea of asking local artists who have never done the Woodland Art Fair before to become a part of this big tent, just so they can experience the fair without investing a lot. So you get like a taste test of what the crowds and the vibe are. We did it 3 years ago for the first time, and we were sold.
The Lexington Art League selects 4 artists from the city that have never participated in the fair before and puts them up in their booth. So I started working with leather when I was in college, and it's developed into a full-time focus. I work with do a lot of natural dyes, and everything is handmade, hand-sewn. Anything that can be done in-house is.
We're Dronex Inc. It's our sort of like pseudo-corporate identity that umbrellas over kind of all the stuff that we create, you know, because we do like printmaking, 3D stuff, 2D stuff. I don't know, the drone kind of started as this three-dimensional figure, kind of born on a pottery wheel of all places, like this kind of big bowling pin looking thing. We do all our own sticker printing, screen printing, t-shirts, like everything is in-house.
You're able to reach a cross audience much more readily than you could individually.
Good opportunity to get your foot in the door and kind of see what the art fair is kind of like really about.
This is a very visible amount of people that I'm reaching in an afternoon and again tomorrow.
Well, I would say if you've never done the Woodland Art Fair before, get in touch with the Lexington Art League to possibly become a Big Tent artist. It's a great way to not invest a lot and know that you belong in this environment. I mean, all artists want people to buy their art, so.
So it's great to continue teaching artists at different levels of their careers.
It would be impossible to replace this. It just wouldn't work. I mean, this has 40 years of history. It has such a community draw that I don't know any way you could replace it. It would harm the Art League tremendously if this event didn't go on every year. So again, it's not just money, it's exposure to people, it's exposure for artists. I can't imagine that the artists would be able to replace this with anything else.
I think our community looks forward to this event every year. It's become kind of this staple event that everybody looks forward to. The economic impact of the Woodland Art Fair is so substantial, so it would drastically impact the local surrounding businesses as well.
Take a group of people, go into the city offices, go into the mayor's office, take all the art out of there. What would happen to their environment if all their art was gone? And I think immediately they would see, we would all see, all this stuff that I live with every day is now suddenly gone. We don't think about it all the time. And if all of this disappeared, it would be about the same kind of thing.
If the Woodland Art Fair didn't happen, that we would have an exodus, that we would have artists and consumers going elsewhere.
It's one of the best shows of the year for us, and I know a lot of these artists depend on shows like this to make a living. So not to have that as an artist would be a big blow. It would be a big blow.
You know, we started as a group of artists, a group of people with like minds, people that wanted a place to show their work, to grow together as a community. And what's evolved over our almost 60 years of history is just truly miraculous.
Lexington has so many wonderful artists and artistic people, but a lot of people don't realize that there's this organization in town that's here to support that.
Participating in the arts community is the easiest thing you can do in Lexington because we are so blessed to have such a vibrant arts community.
Art matters on so many levels in this community. To the artists for their mode of expression,
to the consumers for their love and beauty of the art.
Art is such a reflection of what happens in our world, in our society, and there's no other way really you can see this broad and expanse of how it does that than something like an art fair.
This work is a reflection of artists who are working today, and that's the space that we provide.
Wow, what a show. We've learned a lot in this episode. I got to thank our host here at the Moontower Music Festival for a great day and evening of music and fun. Also want to thank our new friends at the Fort Harrod Beef Festival, the Winchester Beer Cheese Festival, and of course, the Woodland Arts Festival. We're also pretty excited about the nonprofits and the charities that each of these festivals go to support. And that's amazing when you see the amount of people that come to these each year to celebrate what is Kentucky. Go out in your communities in the summer, in the fall, in the winter, celebrate a festival, get to know a nonprofit, listen to some music, eat some food, do everything that is Kentucky. Till then, this is Kyle Lake signing off at the Moontower Music Festival, asking you to know